Good afternoon, Sentinel basketball officials. Mark here, Simon Director. Unfortunately, I'm unable to make the meeting, so I decided to do a YouTube video where you guys can go back on our channel and watch this, stop, pause, and get all the information that you need. I did not want to wait until the following meeting in October, as there's a lot of information I wanted to get out to you guys. So I felt this was the most efficient way to do so. So I'm excited about year two. Myself and the assignment team, Henry and Kenny, learned a lot about each other and all the process that goes behind it. So I'd like to add some changes or also some things that we're looking for, some expectations for the season. Before I do dive into that, got to start with some bad news. Currently, we have 178 members signed up. And at this point last year, we had 273. So we're close to less than 100 right now, and we were down 100 referees last year. So we're looking right around under 200 referees that we need. So first off, recruit, recruit, recruit. If you know any referees, if each one of you can try to recruit one, that would be huge. We have training going on, Alamo Heights, every Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. with Henry up in the Sky Gym. And then some other referees that are in the chapter are not sure if they want to get back in, have them reach out to us because we are hurting desperately for officials. Of course, it's nationwide, but it's something that we're going to really have to work through this year. We currently did some meetings with some coaches and ADs this week, and we did let them know, and I will also do that when I go to the other coaches meetings here in October. Um, it's negative, but I want us to turn that into a positive. There's going to be so many opportunities for everybody in this room listening, everybody a part of SOBOA. There's going to be a lot of opportunities out there that probably would not have presented themselves. So if you're hungry and really want to get better, the opportunity is going to come this year, and it's really up to you to decide what you do with those. I've let coaches know that younger, less experienced referees are going to get opportunities early in the year. Grab a hold of those, be highly coachable, listen, get better every single game. And, you never know where this referee thing can take you this season. So just wanted to put out there, yes, we're short, but I want to focus on the referees that have taken care of business, signed up, opportunities to come your way. Just be ready for them. All right. Couple of items I want to go over is some things that can just save time for everybody is check your email before you contact the assignment team. So I don't know how many times this past season you'd reach out to one of us and the information's already been put out through email. If it's to do with games or payments or meetings, whatever, before you contact us, go into your email, go into a text message or whatever, go there first before you do that. It just, saves a ton of time. And then in regards to emails, like truly read the emails. Don't just scan through it and then don't understand the information. That take your time, read it, because again, that will save so much time and effort on everybody's part. So when emails go out, take your time when you go through them. There's information in there that will help you answer a ton of questions that you may need. Utilize your division reps. Here's the best way I think to say it. Try to find all resources before you contact one of the assignment teams. Okay, and we're super busy dealing with so many other issues going on. If it's absolute something that is top priority, absolutely call us. All right, but if it's something that you can go to a division rep, a mentor, or you can call somebody, try to do that first. And then if not, then come to us. I just think that, again, we're approachable, don't get me wrong, but I think there's issues or that you could just go find with somebody else. You don't need to be bothering us. So just some things to think about this year. We got some fines. I'll discuss that later. And I may want to, actually, you know what? I'm going to touch over the fines at the next meeting because I know there's going to be a ton of questions on that. So at the next October meeting, I'll be there. What we'll discuss is any questions you may have on this particular video, and then I'll go over fines. I do want to talk about accept by dates. So I just want you guys to understand how that works. We usually give you 2 to 3 weeks to accept the game. We're still going to try to get November and December out in our first wave by October 31st, like we did last year. So you've got a lot of time to go and accept them. If you do not accept it and it kicks you out or blocks you for the day, I will wake up with a laundry list of referees that have not accepted their games in time. We have to now make a decision. Do we put that referee back in the game, or do we have to go find somebody else? And then either way, we've got to contact you or somebody else to do that. Imagine we wake up to 20 to 30 assignments. It's a lot of work. If you cannot work the game, decline it. Don't sit on games. If you're not sure, then hurry up and figure out that you need to accept it by that date, because that's just so much work for us. And it became a really, really big issue. So please, please get in Arbiter. You should be checking it daily. I'd love for you to check it 2 or 3 times a day. Understand you can't get the app. If you can, you do get alerts when stuff comes through to your phone. If you get game assignments, it'll give you a text message. I would advise you do that, but constantly be checking Arbiter throughout the day. Okay, I want to talk real quick about the assignment. Okay, what my job is. All right. I'm not here to be anybody's friend. I don't particularly care if you like me or not. That's not my job. My job is to put the best referees in the game that we feel need to go into that basketball game. All right. And there's a lot of factors that you don't need to worry about or even know about. So please don't get upset with your schedule. Don't call us about your schedule. There's going to be plenty of games for you. You could not control what game you go in. And that could be based on the assignment team's opinion of you. Could be coaches' scratches. It could be partner scratches. It could be your blocks. Could be your travel limits. There's a lot of things that go behind that. So please do not worry about your schedule. However, if you're available and not getting games, that's a different story. All right. But I think we get too caught up in the type of the game. Every game is important. Opportunities are going to be there. And I'm going to dive into some stuff with some huddle information that's going on. And yeah, we'll get into that later in the video. Stop contacting coaches. Stop contact, period. For film, I don't care if you have a great relationship with them, let's stay away from contacting coaches. If you need to contact a coach in regards to some clips or some plays, you need to go through me, okay? And that will be sub-varsity, because we're going to get film on freshman and JV games and varsity games. If you need a play, you need a clip, you want some clarification, you need something, do not contact a coach. Don't text them, don't email them, don't call them. Stay away from that. Go through the correct process, which would be through the assignment team. Make sure that when you log into Arbiter, that you're going under San Antonio SOBOA official and not THSBOA. There were so many referees that said, Mark, the game's not showing up. I can't see the game. And I'm like, okay, come to find out you're on the wrong view. If you go to THSBOA, your schedule is not going to come up. You need to go into SABOA officials. That's where you need to go into to find your games. So again, try to get with a mentor, trying to help you navigate through Arbiter, but that happened way so many times this year. Okay, let's talk about game day. A game day is not a shoot you a text, hey, I can't make the game. It's not shoot you an email. It's a phone call. If you cannot make it to your game, you're going to be late. Something came up, something's urgent. And we're talking less than probably 24 hours. I would say the day off, the day of your game, any level, you need to pick up the phone and you need to call whoever it may be. Varsity would be myself. Sub-varsity is Kenny. And then middle school is Henry. If you can't reach one of us, then call the other one. But yeah, we need to be getting on the phone. So many times we get a text message, hey, I'm not going to make the game. We got to be highly professional. This is a job that we do, okay? You wouldn't text your boss that. All right, so let's just really take care of those type of issues. Get on the phone, call, communicate, and also sometimes you let your partner know, you don't let us know, and then your partner calls. Let's not do that. But don't have your partner call us for whatever you got going on, right? Make sure that you are taking care of that, okay? I did want to talk about a camp story real quick. You know, what I learned this summer, and every summer, I mean, I go to a ton of camps, want your co-officials to succeed. I learned a lot this summer. A camp I went to wasn't the best camp, but it was a different kind of camp. And what I got away from that is all of us came together as a group, and we wanted all of us to be successful throughout the camp, whatever it may be, in the camp, with our schedule, upcoming season, whatever it may be. Um, I think we need to do more of that in our association. Be happy for officials that get opportunities. Be happy for someone that maybe you came in and they're moving up a little faster than you. The association has to come first, and then the game, association, the game, and then your crew and yourself. And it's, again, it's not the easiest thing to grasp. I totally understand. They're independent contractors. We're trying to navigate our way through this, and we're trying to build on our schedule and get better games. Totally get it. But man, just be happy for other referees. Build them up. I think that's something that we need to do, because the shortage is huge. We've all we've got. So let's really be highly positive, and let's not have any kind of negativity within with ourselves and inside the association. Okay. So we did do the survey that went out, and I appreciate it. We had about 120 so respond to the survey, and we appreciate it. Some really good feedback. Some feedback not really warranted, to be honest. Some of them with some personal attacks. Totally get it, right? I mean, we knew that was going to happen, right? What I did get from it is we have to be better on the sub-varsity and middle school. And myself, Kenny, and Henry talked about this. I thought we did a really good job with the varsity games, getting them out in 2 waves, getting them out way ahead of time. And then during district, they came out 7 to 10 days. And it's going to be the same. When we get a district play, we cannot be putting them 2-3 weeks out, because each week, depending on who wins that game, does the seeding start to change? Playoffs implications happen. So we have to keep to that 7 to 10 days, and coaches appreciate what we did last year. So we'll continue to do that. However, we failed on the middle school and the sub-varsity. We were getting them out the day before, sometimes the day of. Too much focus was put into the varsity. So we apologize. We learned from that. This year, you'll see a massive improvement in the middle school and the sub-varsity, getting those games out way ahead of time. 2 weeks or more, you should have those games out there. All right, so we're going to work really hard this year on doing that, and we apologize. We absolutely failed. So some other questions. What do we look for in officials? And that is something that has come to mind. So, of course, number one, we do look for appearance. We look for physical fitness. Those are 2 things that come to mind right away. Are you in the best shape you can be? I'm not asking you guys to be trimmed, super slim models. No, we understand that body types in San Antonio are different. But can you get in position? Can you get up and down the floor? Are you able to get into positions to see plays and then see through plays, and hopefully your judgment is good as well? So we're looking for that. The professionalism part is also off the court. We're looking for officials that take care of their blocks, that take care of their communication email pieces, their contacting partners, pay their dues, take their tests. All the things off the court are probably more important than the things on the court. So we're definitely looking for those. And I've talked about every referee being low maintenance, and I'm true to that, is that you have to be very professional on and off the court. You've got to be a great communicator. That would be with your partners and with the assignment team. And you just got to take care of your blocks. We've had so many issues over the summer. I just had it this past Sunday. People not taking care of their blocks. I send out a bunch of games, and then, oh, Mark, I'm out of town. Oh, Mark, I've got a work function. I've got my wife's birthday. Huh? Take care of your blocks all the time during the summer. And we put out information for the fall league, the summer leagues. We got to be better on our blocks. Okay, so that's probably number one on the agenda. But again, on the court, got to be able to get in position, and then stay in your books, know your rule knowledge. I mean, the list can go on, but let's just stick to those 3. Professional, great communicator, and take care of your blocks would be fantastic for us. Okay. I did want to talk about some accountability. This is going to be tough because we're so short with officials, but we're going to hold you guys more accountable in regards to misapplying rules. We are misapplying the rules too much. Again, I get a ton of film. We've even misapplied some rules this past Sunday in a fall league game. There has to be some accountability. All right. Now, I'm not threatening anybody, putting anything out here. However, if we're misapplying rules, you're going to get a phone call, and there's going to be a conversation. If this continues to happen, then there's going to be some kind of penalty. I'm not really getting into that. All I'm trying to do is really get us better on our rules. And then we've got to be held accountable if we do make mistakes. Not talking about judgment, talking about rules. Rules we cannot misapply. There's a rule book for that. And we need to make sure that we are highly efficient and we understand the rules on that. The same thing with the fines. I know that's why I'm going to wait till October. There's a lot of issues and a lot of backlash on the fines. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to say the same thing in October. We are not trying to fine anybody. That is not the purpose. Not trying to make money for the chapter or make money for us. Absolutely not. We're trying to change behavior. That's it. If you take care of what you're supposed to take care of, you ain't got to worry about fines. You you accept your games in time. You take care of your blocks. You're not showing up late. You're not doing a no-show. You know, you don't miss a game. I mean, these are things that are not hard to take care of. Unfortunately, it happened way too much last year. If there's no consequence, the behavior doesn't change. So again, we're not trying to fine anybody. I want to make that extremely clear. I hope nobody gets fined all year, because all it does is change the behavior and make San Antonio one of the best and most professional chapters in the state. And that's what we're trying to get to. Um, I'm going to do a survey to coaches. So that will be put out here probably in the next week, and I will share those at the October. Just trying to get some idea of what they like and what they don't like, some improvements. Probably what we need to understand is what they feel we're missing the most. We talked to a few coaches already. We talked about hand checks. We're not really consistent on that. We're not good on if we're shooting an M1, a made basket or not. Are we putting it on the floor? We do a lot of the wiping baskets. A lot of coaches are confused about continuous motion. So those two things came to mind, but I will put a survey out to the coaches and get some feedback from them. We're going to do some identification groups here pretty soon, probably next month. Probably 3 to 5 groups, whatever group we feel you fall into. If that's our crew chief, that's our tier 2, that's our up and coming officials. It may be referees that have had the same schedule for 10, 15 years, haven't really just kind of stuck, and then our brand new referees. We're going to try to get those grouped together, do a quick, maybe an hour Zoom meeting, just letting you guys know where the assignment team sees you for the upcoming season. I think years past, you have no idea when you come to the season where you're at, how the assignment team sees you. You may not like it, but I think we need to be transparent with you all so you understand, hey, this is where the assignment team sees me. So then you have, expectations are set and you have an idea what kind of schedule you may get and what do I need to do to get to the next level or improve my schedule, or if I need to mentor and give back. Like, everybody has a different role within the chapter, and I think we need to share that with you so we're all kind of on the same page and going in the right direction. Out of town assignments has been fantastic. It was an idea we came up with on the Google Doc. We appreciate every single one of you doing that. We put in, I think 3 or 4 out of town schools that we service. When they continue to come in, we'll keep putting them out there. I appreciate everybody signing up for a few of the schools. I haven't published them yet, but they will. So I know some of you hit me up about that. Just wait. If your name is in there, you're good. Once we get around to it, we'll start plugging those in and then publish those through Arbiter. We got that. Out of town teams. I'll go into that. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about is the huddle account. So this is a game changer for us. Every field house, every high school, I don't think middle school, every high school, every field house now has a huddle account with a camera, and they call it the focus camera. And basically the camera is set up in the gym and it just follows the basketball. All they got to do is turn it on. They don't need somebody to manually operate it. This is going to be huge for especially our sub-varsity games. I've sent an email to all the sub-varsity and head coaches saying, hey, we really need you to turn on those games at the high schools when your sub-varsity is playing. I'm fortunate enough that all the ADs have given me access to every single huddle account, every camera in San Antonio. So I have eyes absolutely everywhere, which is great. So for those that work 2-person and need film, here's an opportunity to get you film and also an opportunity for us to see you work. And then we can do training. We can actually get some 2-person games and then do some training within our own games and teams that we service. So I'm excited about that. More information to come. No, you will not have access to it. You will still have to go through me to get film. If you want to watch it, I can get that to you. What some coaches, the majority of coaches, are nervous giving the whole film, the game film, to me is they're just paranoid coaches. So start to think about when you want some film, just start looking at times, looking at clips. Maybe you can pick a few clips because we should be cataloging plays anyway and talking about that. And then just say, hey, Mark, I want to look at the last 2 minutes of the game. Hey, we had this play at the end of the game. I want to look at it. We had this, block charge play at the end of the second quarter. We want to take a look. Those are a lot easier to get because then I can just email to, hey, coach, can you clip that play? They send it over to me. Less paranoid because now they just know we want to look at that play. It's more for training. They're not real comfortable giving the whole film. Some are, some are not, but just something to think about. I would prefer that we go after clips and times as opposed to the whole game. All right. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't be there for the meeting. Hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Email is better. And then I would discuss the fines more at the next the meeting in October. All right. Hope you all have a great Sunday. And again, I'll put this on YouTube where you can go back and check it, save it, and take your time going through it. Thank you. Take care. See you soon.